The best way to beat the market over a long period of time is to buy high growth stocks, compounders, companies that you can look back on decades from now and just be astounded by the fact that they could grow revenue 10, 20, even sometimes 30% per year for a very long period of time. But where are those companies? What do they look like? Well, they might be hiding in plain sight. Today, I have 4 underrated growth stocks that you all probably know today. Let's dig into it. And let's start with Uber. Uber has grown their revenue since mid 22 at a 23% compound annual growth rate. It is now a solidly profitable company. Gone are the days from the 2010s when they were subsidizing rides for everyone. This is now a positive cash flow company, and there is also a clear strategy in autonomy. That's the next phase of growth for Uber. And what they're going to do is they're going to continue to be the source of demand for both rides, food, all kinds of other delivery services. And they're going to have multiple suppliers in autonomy. They're already working with Waymo, but they're bringing on Mobileye and Volkswagen as partners. That's going to be launching in Los Angeles later this year or in 2026. They now have a partnership with Lucid, which is going to be using Neuro's technology. It's likely that a year from now, they're going to have a dozen suppliers who are on their way to building scaled fleets of autonomous vehicles. And those fleet operators are going to be the new drivers for Uber. This should lower costs for everything from a ride to the food that you might get delivered. And it's going to increase that addressable market. So that compound annual growth rate at 23%, I think is something that could continue for the next decade with the help of autonomy. Another company that's often overlooked is Alphabet. Of course, the ChatGPT moment was something that investors have been concerned about for years for Alphabet, but we don't see in the numbers that the company is actually being disrupted by artificial intelligence. In fact, the opposite is the case. Since the December 2022 quarter, that ChatGPT moment, their revenue has grown at an 11.3% compound annual growth rate. Cloud in the most recent quarter grew 32%. Their margins continue to rise. And the Gemini app now has 450 million monthly active users. Alphabet has the best distribution and the best infrastructure in the world for things like artificial intelligence. They make Android, they make Google Maps. And obviously search is the biggest surface area that they're going to bring their AI tools to bear. And they're spending $85 billion in 2025 alone to capture this opportunity. I think Alphabet is a company that can grow double digits for another decade or two. And I wouldn't be surprised to see that growth rate go from 11 or 12% like it's been over the past couple of years to closer to that cloud growth rate of 32% over the next 5 years. This is going to be the biggest winner in artificial intelligence, and I don't think it's going to be close. Now, SoFi is another one that has been a phenomenal compounder since 2020, a 45% compound annual growth rate. The lending business continues to be a core, compounding at 32% since 2020. And this continues to be a more asset-light business as it continues to grow. They're offloading a lot of that asset ownership to their partners on their platform. Their technology platform's growth has slowed a little bit recently, but a 40% compound annual growth rate since 2020. And like lending, it is getting more profitable by the year. But the big growth is coming from financial services. Financial services was losing money until 2 years ago, and now it is a solidly profitable business. It continues to grow at nearly a triple-digit growth rate. So if you look at all of the components of SoFi's business, they are growing in all those areas and they actually work together. So I think this is the technology company for the future of banking, and that growth will compound for years to come. So don't overlook SoFi as a banking stock. And the fourth one today, On Holding, just a phenomenal operator in a very difficult business, 53.5% compound annual growth rate since 2019. And their growth is actually outperforming their expectations. A couple of years ago, they set a long-term growth target of almost 30%. They actually grew 35% over the past year, beating those targets, and they have become more profitable each year. Something that's extremely difficult to do for a hard goods company like a shoe or apparel company as they grow. You have to spend money on sales and marketing. You have to build out inventory. That typically means you're cash flow negative. But On Holding has such high margins, has such pricing power that they have been able to grow at a tremendous rate and maintain that profitability. And the most impressive thing actually came from their first quarter 2025 conference call. That was when we found out that tariffs were going to be put on goods coming into the US from countries all over the world. And how did management respond? What did they say? They said, we're just going to raise prices. We're going to lean into that pricing power that we have in the market. So I think this is a brand that will continue to grow. They could grow 10x and they still wouldn't be the size of Nike's shoe business alone. So a lot of growth runway for On holding ahead. So the 4 companies that I went over today, Uber, Alphabet, SoFi, and On Holdings. Let us know in the comments section which one of those is your favorite. Your comments always make us all smarter. And if you want more great investing ideas, check out fool.com/invest to get the top 10 stocks to buy right now. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you here next time.